couple of kills that allowed them to win.
That's right. So that brings us to game number 3 between CJ Entus and NJE Empire. CJ back on the blue side.
Yeah, Victor, Alistair, and Azir were their bans in game 1. I see no reason not to just go ahead and work with those again.
Yeah.
First pick the Rek'Sai if you can. Maybe leave the Alistair up this time, but Annie banned against Pure. Probably that's another way you could go about this, that's for sure.
Well, I think
Pure has been very good on Annie the last couple of games.
Yeah, Pure's been a big threat, so I think that is a good ban. Victor also banned against Goon. Kalista banned from Najin, so.
CJ could also just go the route of first picking Azir.
Yep. Much safer now that the Goon or the Goon Victor is out of the way. There's a Rise ban against CJ. So pretty typical stuff.
Gragas was their last ban in game 1 when Najin was on the red side. Will they decide to go that route once again?
I think they have to think too that if they do first pick the Azir, that they're gonna not get the Rek'Sai. So do they want to ban something else?
Yeah, but there's still a lot of junglers available for Ambition.
Alistar.
Okay. So they're removing Pure's ability to engage.
Yeah, there's a Gragas ban, so they can choose between the Rek'Sai, the Azir, the Maokai. A lot of good choices for CJ.
Yeah, leaving the Evelynn up, though, they really thought that was a threat in the last game, and I think the Azir has to be your first choice from here. Take it for Coco. Put some Goog on something very different than what we've seen previously. Now the question is, can he play the AP Ezreal?
Well, Sivir Maokai, pretty normal stuff there.
They're just not going to go away. They had the exact same 2 picks on red side in the first game of this series, and they had those same picks in game 2. Najin prioritizing the Sivir in every first round of the draft, no matter the side. They could go with the Graves again, although Space and Madlife didn't do as well in the matchup in game 2 as they did in the first one.
Still not a bad pick, though.
But without
the Braum,
without the Annie, it may go differently.
Yeah. I suppose you could just grab the Rek'Sai here. They don't have a jungler yet.
No, you definitely take the Rek'Sai because you know Watch is going to play Evelynn here. That's not even really being called into question. He kind of defaults to that pick, even though he doesn't tend to do very well into the Rek'Sai matchup. But yeah, Rek'Sai and Janna just going for some peel.
Oh, so Thresh instead.
Okay. I mean, the Thresh does set up picks better, where if they want to take the Graves, and the thing about Thresh is he actually is very squishy early, which does make you vulnerable to Annie all-ins with her high damage. So I think that's probably the reason why they were picking the Braum. But now that the Annie is off the board, it does free them up to take the Thresh from Madlife.
Well, we've seen the Vel'Koz versus Azir before, but I don't know if we're going to see it today. Although, I mean, when you think about the Maokai going in and Kennen going in as well, Vel'Koz could get a chance to get a nice ult off, but I don't think we're going to see that. There's the Evelynn.
Still, Pure has been really good at following up flanks with the Kennen. They are going to take it just because they have the Evelynn, they have the Maokai, so they've got the primary engaged down, and Pure is almost certainly going to be able to get some good ults in these scenarios.
I should be able to. So how do you deal with that? Space could take Vayne to try to just position better. Shy on Rumble would make a decent amount of sense.
I mean, the Vayne here, sure, you're going to be able to cut through this front line easier and have more damage in the late game, which has been part of CJ's issue.
Not the Draven.
They could just lane swap with it, of course, and try and handle things that way. These are just troll hovers right now.
Of course.
So the Shen was banned in the last game. Shen and Kog'Maw, a pretty different composition for CJ. They still have the box for some decent coverage on their back line and some decent peel alongside the Azir wall. And they've got Shen, too, in case anybody gets back there just to counteract. But Najin has a lot of ways to engage, and they're going to take the mid lane Ezreal.
That composition for Najin is looking very scary.
I mean, both have their strengths, right? They're going to get the Ezreal. We don't know how good Goong is on this champion.
The poke from CJ, obviously very strong as well, too, and they have some decent protection for everybody.
Yeah, it's strong for sure. And they have ways to take out these tanks and sustain team fights. And also remember that Goong everyone else besides Goong is going to be going in. But CJ, they don't have a way to really get onto Goong. They don't have, again, we look at the AP Ezreal and you say, well, you probably want some form of targeted CC or flank threat. Well, that doesn't really exist here. And CJ loves to build these compositions with Azir and Shen, where Coco goes all in on Azir and Shen just rides him as he's going into the enemy composition and ulting. So that's maybe the only thing that CJ has to help with this Ezreal, but even then it's going to be difficult to catch Goong out.
Yeah, you'd think Goong would have a pretty easy time dodging around things like Emperor's Divide and the Sand Soldiers, and they really need to count on like a taunt from Shy or something, I suppose.
Well, yeah, but Shy has to get back there. That's the problem. How do you deliver Shy to the back line? There's not really a good choice to do it.
It's not going to be easy. And here we go. CJ versus Najin, game number 3. It's go time. Welcome once again to Summoner's Rift. CJ Entis versus Najin Empire in a best of 3 that could have a major impact on the rest of the season, if not the rest of the year for both of these organizations.
Yeah. And we can hear the fans, still a few of them left. We are currently in the 7th hour of this broadcast.
It's been a long day. Things have gotten a bit silly.
The pauses, the very long games tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty much every game 45 minutes or more, so it's been a grueling haul, but it has been some very close games, some very exciting games in this series in particular.
Yeah, been exciting for sure. Lots of action.
So Space is here. He thinks it's Christmas time. It's just Christmas in July for everybody today.
It's not Christmas for Maokai this game, though.
Duke always plays the soccer skin.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goong, a big test for him. How good will he be on this AP Ezreal, a champion that is not really very Goongy?
Yeah, I mean, he made stuff like Cassiopeia sort of work, but...
I mean, I suppose it's like a little bit like AP Nidalee, which used to be very good at, but
yeah.
Less follow-up for all-in.
Just poking. I think it's the type of champion, though, that mechanically he should be able to handle just fine.
No, Ezreal is not particularly difficult in that regard.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. I remember when Riot released him and they were like, the big hype around him, he only has skill shots. And you're like, wow. Now everything is skill shots.
Which is good. Click abilities are kind of boring. Except, it's good like Braum's W is the skill shot or something. Oh, I missed my ally. Oh, he's dead.
That would
Bummer.
suck.
Well, Pure Noku should be able to push this lane pretty hard early on.
Yeah, I'm intrigued that they went back to this, by the way, because Mad Life, I think, wasn't expecting another one of these bully supports after they banned out Annie and Alistair. Supports that he really had to be worried about getting all in with, but Kennen definitely one of those. So maybe not thinking about that matchup too much right off the bat. And we do see Space and Mad Life push right into the tower early on in this game. Shy getting denied a lot of CS by the Maokai too.
Wow, Goong getting poked really hard by Coco early on as well.
Yeah, we've seen this matchup really be difficult for Ezreal early in the game. Duke just standing there punching Shy whenever he tries to walk up to CS.
That's what you do.
That's what you do if you're a big tree.
Yep, just
Shen.
punch a ninja.
Just punch a ninja.
Or something that is called a ninja. A faux ninja.
That's actually what the feudal samurai lords used to do in Japan. They used to plant ninja punching trees around their compounds. Keeps them safe at night.
Well, you need some practice too. I mean, you go out and punch the ninja too.
Would you punch a ninja?
know, man. I'd be afraid of the results. Unless I could, like, take him out in one punch, you know?
I don't even think you'd hit the ninja if you tried to punch him.
Depends on the ninja.
If it was Shen, everybody would hit him.
If the ninja was sleeping, I could totally punch him.
They sleep with one eye open, though.
How do you know? Are you a ninja?
No,
Did you play a
not.
ninja in one of your theater performances?
I did not.
In your illustrious acting career?
I did not. No ninja plays. There are actually sadly few ninja adaptations for the stage, Doa.
You know, when you play a ninja in a theater play, there's aren't a lot of lines either, you know? You just kind of hide in the shadows.
Kind of defeats the purpose of being on stage because no one can actually see you.
This is true. You wear a mask. Yeah, doesn't work very well for conveying emotion. A lot of body language.
Interpretive dance.
That's right. Ninja interpretive dance. Yeah.
The only interpretive dance you can't see.
Maybe that's for the best. Well, Ambition coming down. They spot him with the ward, so Pirinoku not really in any real danger here. Meanwhile, an epic battle in top lane.
Tank on tank action.
Yeah.
Sustained through passives and Qs.
See, this Shen skin decided that Shen wasn't flamboyant enough already and decided to have shoulders with like a bunch of spikes on him.
And just be bright red, too. You know what? Just screw it.
Yep. Just give up. Give up completely. Surgeon Shen is probably like the most stealthy of all of them. Because you only see him if you're like really sick. And then you want to see him.
I suppose, depending on his qualifications, how good he is. Yeah. We don't know if he's a great surgeon or not.
It's true.
He spends most of his time running around Summoner's Rift like an idiot.
He doesn't really run. He sort of crab walks, you know? Kind of weird, like, crouching scuttle.
I said, like an idiot, Doa.
It's true. Oh, grab onto Pure. Can they get a little bit of trading done? A little bit. Not too bad. They will need Mad Life to have some pretty solid hooks this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just...
Who do you hook, though?
Well, anybody who you can make a pick on. They have
OQ,
enough damage. They have it, well, if you can hit them with a spell shield. They have some pick potential with this composition, and they could get some people over walls as well as the long-range damage from Kog'Maw, so it's okay. Like I said, I'm just mostly worried about their late-game team fighting when we compare that to the massive engage that Najin has managed to put up, but Coco really going hard on this turret. I think actually going to dive this. Coco's level 6. I don't know if that's a good idea. I think Ambition should just... He's just looking for Eve right now. He knows Eve is there. Sees her with the Tremor Sense. So I think that was mostly just to protect Coco while he was pushed so far up. But that big minion wave does about 50% of the turret HP damage.
Yeah.
And he's kept Goong locked up, and Goong, all he has is this flask. Pure's going to have to come to the mid lane. He has no mana.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for Goong to defend this turret. Has to go back. Has to be covered.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward that Pure is there, but so much chip damage down to the tower already that CJ could just play a very accelerated game and try and get a bunch of that global gold and dragons.
That wouldn't be too surprising, although it looks like we might have a dragon early on for Najin here. Maybe just some wards, too.
Yeah, some wards behind. They want to know whether or not that Ambition is now going to try to solo the dragon by tunneling in.
Right.
That's the idea, as well as see if he's going to be coming through the tri-brush for a gank. So it's kind of a double-duty ward at the back of the dragon pit. Very useful against Rek'Sai in particular.
Well, Goong will be able to grab his blue buff, of course, which will be nice.
Goong also going for, he's not going to try and go for the Sheen. He just really wants to get the AoE wave clear from the Rangers Trailblazer right now.
Probably a wise thing to do.
Yeah, considering how low his turret already is,
Yeah.
You have to say that's probably a solid choice for him. Space going the more aggressive route here with the Sheen on the Kog'Maw. Oh, Watch is going to get seen.
Oh, that's right. Ambition with the knock-up right there. Watch may have to burn a flash to get out of this. Uses his ult to slow down Ambition, but Ambition still chasing. He can still use the tunnel to catch up. Yeah, almost gets him with the knock-up, but they do get the flash from Watch. So a nice win there for Ambition. He's going to be able to take the red buff as well.
Yeah, Ambition just waiting once again. Catches Watch out in his own jungle, does manage to take away one of his buffs, and Goong is just too weak to help right now. He has no combat stats. He has a flask and an amp tome.
Yeah.
So you just cannot fight right now because Coco will absolutely wreck you.
That's the idea.
So Shy, of course, has those double globals. So he has his ultimate right now. Duke does have a TP available to him if he wants to use it. Mission clearing out some pink wards. Shy going to be delayed on his Sunfire cape, though, because he had to go for a cloak first against Maokai. And that means that he's just not going to have a lot of pressure on the minion wave for a while. Could get his turret chipped out as a result without the AoE wave clear from his items.
And meanwhile, in the bottom lane, OQ with a little bit of an edge, CS-wise. Nice Mystic shot.
I'm a bit surprised that Space decided to go for the Phage first here, or the Sheen first instead of the Phage, because it's just safer in this condition, especially when you could get flash. That could happen.
Looks like Madlife grabbed Pure and he had to burn his ult to get out of it.
Yeah, not sure what happened to start that scuffle in the bottom side, but
Pure could have tried to go in and Madlife just threw down the box.
Oh, wow,
there's
nice
a grab.
hook.
Exhaust onto OQ, could be in a lot of trouble. There's first blood taken by Space. Wow.
And there is Shy also here for some reason.
Just hanging out. Hi, I'm a ninja. They're going to go for Dragon.
Well, they could go for the Dragon, but Ambition is top right now, and they might lose a turret, so they don't have a smite. And that could be a little bit dangerous since Goom does have a smite.
I suppose that is true. It's too bad. That would have been a good opportunity. You don't often see OQ just dying in lane like that.
No, I'm not sure what happened to it. Spell shield there?
Seemed like it was on cooldown.
Must have been.
Yeah. The watch is seen. Oh, Coco taken out on the Lantern. And they really do need Madlife to come through big again, you know, on this Thresh.
And there he is, standing on a podium. Oh, until he's not.
Yep.
Thresh is no longer number one.
Oh.
Madlife, one of the few people to not use the Samsung Thresh skin. He's probably still bitter that he doesn't actually have a skin from Season 2.
That's true, yeah. He came so close.
Oh, man. Sometimes I like to be mean to Cloud Templar by reminding him about Season 2 World.
So what's your skin again? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, I forgot. I just thought, you know. Sorry, Cloud Templar.
Do you remember Stanley's Nidalee?
Now that's just going too far.
He gets sad.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's made it further in Worlds than any NA team. So he's got
There
that
you go.
going for him.
It's true. You got to be careful, though, you know. If you're like watching a movie with Woong or something, you're like, can you see the screen okay? Oh, sorry. I didn't, that's not what I meant. I just want to make sure there's nothing obstructing your view.
It's okay to look this time.
That's right. Oh, poor Woong. The glance that was heard around the world. Oh, there's mid lane turret for CJ.
Yeah, Madlife sticking around mid too, just so that he could get out with the Lantern if absolutely necessary. So a very safe push in that mid lane. Now they're trying to set up for a Dragon. Shy's ult is almost back up. His TP is there should he need it.
Yeah, OQ has been a little bit poked by Space as well too, which certainly helps. Madlife probably just going to drop another ward. Or not. Oh, are they going to dive this? Oh, I think they're going to try to catch him. Madlife trying to grab OQ, but with that spell shield up, doesn't even bother trying to use the Q.
The Stand United was available. Space was there, so Najin really just falling back out of that mid lane very quickly. Runeglaive is done now, but this blue buff not going to be secured.
Oh, grabbed onto Pure. There's the box as well, too. Pure going really deep for the Sun on Madlife and Ambition. Madlife goes down. Space coming in with a lot of damage, though. Duke in the back line. Space in a bit of trouble. Whoa! Space had everyone push right back onto him, but he flashed over the Emperor's Divide, and now CJ Pushing Najin back a little bit. Goong low, but still okay on that Ezreal. 2 down on each side, both losing the jungler and the support.
Yes, but CJ has more HP on more people is the problem. Everyone just flashing red except for Duke. They're going to try and finish off this tower, just bottle him up for as long as they can.
Yeah, the minion wave not cooperating, though, and OQ and Duke will escape. Wow, close call.
But turret down, and meanwhile, Najin, or CJ rather, Ambition just uses that Void Rush, gets right back into the enemy jungle for another red steal. Maintaining supremacy over that objective. Goong very, very low. Has to be cautious. They don't actually get the bottom side turret, but
Ambition tries to go in.
Goong has no mana, has to flash.
Ignite does it. And that was red buff, I believe,
red buff,
actually. Yeah. Yeah, so they do get Goong. That's another kill for Ambition.
Wow, Goong really playing with fire there.
Or red buff.
Playing with red buff. Almost as dangerous as fire. Oh.
Yep. Oh, hi. Huh.
Not sure where that was going.
Just in case.
Precautionary hook. 90 degrees.
That's right. It was just meant to lull them into a false sense of security.
Well, and lulled they have been, Noah.
Apparently. I mean, every game, though, we've seen CJ come out to a lead early on.
Well, and this is one of the big issues with Shen, is that split push becomes so fierce when the teleport is down. The double globals are absolutely devastating, which leads to situations like this. I mean, yes, Goong was not there to contest it either, but there's pretty much no way you can even get close to this dragon right now. You're afraid of any deep wards in your blue side jungle. So if that Shen comes in behind you, which as he falls out of sight from the Maokai could come at any moment, and really do a lot of work. And that's really Shen's power in this meta, is having more than twice the amount of time that he can normally have to make plays on the map. Those cooldown buffs, very significant for Shen's ultimate.
You know, it brings an interesting dynamic to what CJ is trying to do this game that they weren't able to do in the first couple of games, too. I mean, it's just a very different thing for Najin to have to worry about now.
Yeah, and they tried to ban it in the last game. This time, Shy picks it up. We've seen a bunch of bans against CJ's Shen play. Sometimes Kuve first picks it.
Oh, a lot of damage onto Space. Gets pulled out on the Lantern, but can he actually escape?
He's got a Shen friend.
It's true.
Stops the True Shot Barouge.
Shen friend.
The Shen friend, he's here. It doesn't matter if he just has to use his ult like that, because he can get back into top lane at any time he wants. Watch looking for a flank. They want to follow this up if they can, but they just don't have the vision. Pink wards in the river for CJ means that they're not going to have enough information to safely make a call about an engage.
Well, CJ's been pretty good about warding this game. It seems like they slipped up a little bit in game number 2, but things seem back on track for the most part now.
Yeah, less sloppy plays, and I mean, the pressure just isn't stopping. Goong just continues to have to stand underneath his tier 2 tower while Coco messes with him with the Azir turret in the mid lane. Keeps him from really doing much of anything, being useful at any point. And as long as the Ezreal is contained, they pretty much, CJ can guarantee that man advantage as long as they have the Shen TP. So they're playing a very safe style at the moment around the Shen ultimate and the Shen teleport, while Duke is bound to a lane.
Meanwhile, Space able to get some decent damage done to this top turret. This is the only tier 1 left for Najin right now. And it may not last too much longer.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, is how much Shen opens up the rest of the map for your team, and means that those teleports are doubly important for Duke than they normally are.
Very true. Oh, nice hook over the wall to try to grab Pure. Barely misses. They're still going to be able to get more damage done on this turret. Pure thinking about going in with that slicing Maelstrom.
He can't really engage that, though, is the problem. He has to really allow Duke or Watch to open up a team fight and then come through with the follow-up later on.
True enough. Yeah, Ambition taking a lot of watches jungle right now as well, too, preventing.
Here we go.
The Raptors are going to try to engage. Several used. They're going to bring space back through the wall even. Mad Life flashing to give that Lantern a little bit of extra distance.
Yeah, great counterplay. Mad Life already back and set that up. They didn't have to use any summoners to attempt that play from Najin, so they get something out of it, but those ults maybe enough to actually secure the top lane tier 1. Coco just going to single-handedly take the blue buff because Goong has not been a relevant factor in this game whatsoever. Has his Ludens now, so if he's going to do something, he needs to start doing it soon.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. I mean, right now, CJ with all the pressure.
Yeah, and they also came out to a very healthy gold lead of 4K.
Yeah.
And they've taken away so many buffs from Dodge, and they're going to take away another. Nope, not quite.
Oh, Ambition gets it with that True Shot Barrage. Nearly gets the red buff, but has to book it out of there.
Yeah, Goong picked it up with the True Shot Barrage, so that's a nice pickup at the very least for Naj, and maybe now his poke combined with that Luden's Echo will be enough to Whoa.
Jeez.
Not just hiding her face, it's getting it entirely off the camera.
She forgot her I Love Watch shirt at home and was really embarrassed.
I'm fortunate that I have not yet seen an I Love Watch shirt.
I haven't either. But she looked like the type.
I'll get you one for Christmas, Noah.
Sure.
Just have a big watch face on it with a bunch of pink hearts around it.
Can I be in a K-pop video with you, Watch, next time I see him? I mean, if Watch can be in a K-pop video, I can certainly get in there.
I don't know what kind of logic that is, Dylan, but okay.
Well, I don't know. I just want to be in a K-pop video.
I think that's it. Well, I certainly don't, so I think K-pop is terrible.
I just feel like in the video game of living in Korea, I feel like being in a K-pop video kind of is beating the game.
Is it beating the game? It's not just another achievement.
I don't know. It kind of seems like beating at the game.
Is that the final boss?
K-pop
Depends
on the group.
G-Dragon the final boss of Korea?
Depends. I mean, I wouldn't be fighting G-Dragon or something like that.
Why not? Maybe that's what the K-pop video is about.
Doe versus G-Dragon. Yeah, we could do it.
We'll call you D-Dragon just to confuse everybody. G-Dragon versus D-Dragon.
This sounds like a great idea. Oh.
It'll be a
Oh, big poke.
The winner gets to be more dragon.
The ultimate dragon. This is sounding more and more like a wrestling match than a K-pop video.
I'm okay with you wrestling G-Dragon, too.
Oh, hook from nowhere.
The hook from the black.
The darkness produced the hook. Oh, Watch. Getting very close here. Onto Ambition. They're going to bring him out with the Lantern.
Yeah, Duke's already here, and Shy has both globals to work with for the time being.
Yep, that dragon getting very low. CJ was able to get the first one, and they're pushing him back. Whoa, big Emperor's Divide. Pure pushing the back line, so Dragon still doing damage. Goong throws a Truth Shot Barrage through, does a lot of damage to CJ, and that may be enough. Kills coming in for Najin. Coco still doing work, gets a double kill. Meanwhile, Shy grabs one for himself. Whoa, okay, that was fast and furious, but it was a 2 for 4,
I don't
and CJ
even know
will come away
where
with the dragon.
OQ came from, or I mean, where Coco came from in that fight.
From behind.
Let me see. Oh,
yeah,
the old Azir flank. So he just pounds
Boom.
him with the Emperor's Divide. He has the Shen ult shield on him, so he flashes out. And Shen sort of ends up in the back line at that point. Coco ends up eating a bunch of dragon shots, but not before he sets up his Sand Soldiers. They converge onto Watch.
Space got Goong with the Kog'Maw post-death explosion. Can't dodge everything, can you, Goong? Hilarious. Well, Ambition already has his locket, and that's certainly going to help against Goong, Pure.
He's got a locket in his pocket.
That's right. He's not afraid to use it.
It's not where you normally keep lockets.
No. You normally wear them around your neck, I believe.
Why do the Iron Solari have lockets anyway?
To keep little pictures of their loved ones that they can look at on the battlefield. Obviously.
Aren't the Iron Solari some sort of heavily armored knighthood?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
Doesn't
even
mean
know.
they can't wear lockets.
What is I know there's an Iron Solari Leona skin, but I don't know what the Iron Solari actually do. I don't even know what anybody in the League of Legends world actually does. What does Noxus do? What does Demacia do?
You know what Tom Kench does, man. It's pretty obvious. He eats things.
I'm just saying these countries have no identity.
One's a bad country, one's a good one.
Oh, real deep.
And one's a technological bad country, and one's a technological good country. Oh, nice poke onto OQ. They grab Pure as well, too. Pure completely picked off. Another kill for Space, and there goes the Tier 2 turret.
The old CC train from hook to knockup. And Space already with that Trinity Force and the Blade of the Ruin King easily able to power through a Kennen who doesn't even have a catalyst yet for his Righteous Glory.
Yep, they gave Mad Life a hook champion. Oops.
Time for some quality hooking.
Yep. That's right. He is a great player of those types of champions. Oh, Goon getting a little bit of poking onto Space, but he'll be able to heal up just fine. Two-shot barrage not doing enough. And there goes another Tier 2.
Their siege is just so intense with this Azir and the split pushing too. Now that Shy is just sitting around taking tower shots, I guess.
Yep. Just kind of being a ninja. Oh, nearly being a dead ninja.
It's okay. Just TP back in whenever he wants at this stage. Has that Sunfire Cape now, so getting increasing amounts of pressure. Going for the Randuin's Omen next, interestingly enough. So not trying to go for a completed MR item. Not sure how I feel about that against Maokai and Kennen and Ezreal, AP Ezreal. Probably should go ahead and complete a Banshee's Veil before he starts worrying about a Randuin's Omen, considering he's got a long way to go to get in the back line anyway. Sure, he wants to lock down the Ezreal so somebody on his team can kill it, but...
Yeah, I don't think Randuin's too useful.
I don't think so either.
But he bought it anyway.
He's defying me.
It's true.
I'll have to have a chat with him afterwards.
Good luck. Well,
here we go.
Baron time for CJ. Here comes Najin. Now, Baron wasn't the most easy objective to take for anybody last game.
Oh, Sivir was in the bottom lane, so why not go for it? Ooh, Space taking a lot of damage. They're still going to get the Baron.
They will get the Baron. Are they going to win the fight afterwards? They're going to disengage. Nice hook onto Watch. Watch is going to go down very, very low. They're going to take him out. And CJ can be happy with that. No need to chase that one any farther.
OQ just against a Kog'Maw Azir. That is a really fast Baron that can go down. So maybe you don't want to be playing Sivir in the bottom side in that particular situation.
Yeah, he certainly paid for it.
Okay, so now let the great sieging of the remaining Tier 2 begin. CJ coming up with a much more complete victory this time around, 26 minutes in and over 10,000 gold. If they can actually crack the base and finish the game, Najin has proved surprisingly tenacious.
I think they're much better equipped to do that this time around than with Graves.
Yes, they are.
Oh, Space, be careful. Oh, gets out on the Lantern, still gets stunned by the Onslaught of Shadows. Hook goes really kind of into midair. Shy gets a taunt onto Watch. Watch getting taken out. Nice knockup by Ambition to secure that kill. Shy picks one up there. Then Goong, wow, really poked out. Oh, Ambition hits him with the Prey Seeker as well, too.
Well, Goong's never...
Oh, goodbye. Wow, Coco is so good on this Azir.
Yeah, flashing for that kill is really surprising Goong, but he's got so much more damage. And this...
Are they going to just go for it?
I mean, they could definitely end the game here. They have
Baron,
so much
man.
damage.
Wow, OQ gets poked out almost instantly. Pure trying to keep things alive. Duke waits in the back line. Nice Emperor's Divide from Coco.
He bent that around the back of the tower to set it up for the kill.
I don't know if they can finish the game here. They don't have the minion wave. They've got some time, though. I don't know. Teleport coming in from Shy. Oh, they're going to go after OQ. They take him out. Space dies in return, but not before they get watching. Another double kill for Coco. And there's the ace. And that means Goong is coming back, and he's got a lot of poke, and there's not a lot of health for CJ. After all that.
Shy came back in, though, with the TP. So
Shy can zone well enough.
Well, he's going to start spreading a lot of...
Here comes Pure again. All right, we're going for it. And it looks like they'll have enough to take down the Nexus. Yeah, Mad Life and Coco dodging the two-shot barrage, and that should do it. Pure, they're still fighting. There goes the Nexus, and CJ has just barely enough, and they'll take the match 2-1 after two 45-plus minute games, a 28-minute game for CJ to seal the deal.
Well, by far our fastest match of the night.
Oh, yeah.
A very convincing victory for CJ. They finally found what can work. They played very aggressively with their double globals from the Shen early on. Coco pushed his advantage against the AP Ezreal in the early game, and CJ cleanly takes that one.
Yeah.
Coco's great.
Coco's Azir is incredible.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's very, very good on that champion. And showing why it is frequently ban-worthy. And, you know, Goong never really had an opportunity to show